There's a spot in your home that can decide whether you'll attract prosperity or spend another year struggling to make ends meet. And what if I told you that all it takes is a single bay leaf placed at the exact right moment to change everything? Today, I'm going to show you. But it only works if you do it before the next sunrise. A family secret and a discovery overseas. When I was a kid, my grandmother had this curious habit. Every new moon, she'd wake up before sunrise, walk to a specific corner of the house, and place a single bay leaf there. She never explained why. She'd just smile and say, "So the house never knows hardship." At the time, it felt like pure superstition. But years later, while traveling through Greece, I met monks who performed almost the exact same ritual, with small variations, to invite prosperity and keep away negative influences. Why location matters. Here's what's fascinating. According to these masters, you can't just place a bay leaf anywhere. There's a specific spot that speaks to your home's energy. Get it wrong, and not only will it fail, it could actually draw in the opposite: debt, loss, and delays. Let's talk strange rituals. Before I reveal where that spot is, drop a comment. What's the strangest thing you've ever seen someone do for good luck? I'm curious if you've ever heard of something like my grandmother's habit. The hidden detail that activates the leaf. The bay leaf's power isn't just about its scent or its shape. There's an invisible detail that can only be activated in one way. And that's what I'll start revealing in the next part. Most people already make their first mistake here. They grab any bay leaf they can find, thinking the gesture alone is enough. But the right leaf is like a magic key. If it's worn out, the door simply won't open. Get this wrong, and you could spend the next year with blocked opportunities. How to choose the perfect bay leaf. Hold the leaf between your thumb and index finger. Close your eyes. Feel if it's firm but not brittle. The surface should be smooth. No dark spots or yellow specks. The aroma. This is the most important test. The right leaf gives off a clean, almost sweet fragrance even without being crushed. That scent is proof the life force is still inside. In spiritual symbolism, that means the plant is still breathing, and that breath becomes the channel between you and prosperity. Ancient practices around the world. In the Mediterranean, old families would only harvest bay leaves on days chosen by the village elder, who watched the moon's position, the song of birds, and even the behavior of bees to decide the exact timing. In the East, monks would burn bay leaves during meditations on abundance, believing the smoke carried intentions out into the universe. Different places, same truth. It's not just the plant. It's the moment and the method that awaken its power. The timing window. If you're picking directly from the plant, there's only one specific moment in the lunar cycle when it holds the most attraction energy. The shift from the end of the new moon to the start of the first quarter. It's like the first breath of the month. Miss it, and you may have to wait 12 months for the same potential. If you're watching this on the day it's posted, good news. The window is still open, but it closes at sunrise. Your turn to share. Comment below if you've ever had an object, plant, or even a stone that seemed to bring you good luck, or bad. Have you ever felt that invisible connection so many traditions talk about? And this isn't just curiosity. Writing your comment here works like a public vote of intention, which many spiritual traditions say can amplify the ritual's effect. The hidden heart of your home. Now that you know how to find the perfect leaf, it's time to talk about where it should rest. And let me be clear, this spot is not obvious. It's not necessarily your bedroom, your kitchen, or even your front door like many people believe. Think of it as the energetic heart of your home, a place that, when the bay leaf is placed there, creates a silent but steady field that attracts opportunities. Finding the spot. In ancient traditions, every home had a focal point of energy, like an invisible heart pumping vibrations through the space. In feng shui, it's called the wealth corner, often in the southeast quadrant of your floor plan. But the exact location depends on more than a map. It's shaped by the history, objects, and memories in that space. To find it, close your eyes and walk slowly through your home. Notice where the atmosphere shifts, where there's a special calm or even a subtle warmth in the air. It might be a bookshelf, a drawer, or a small side table. In some homes, it's where the family naturally gathers to talk, laugh, and share meals. In others, it's a quiet corner no one touches, but where you feel something different, like being warmly watched. Why it works. This space holds memories, intentions, and echoes of emotions lived there. When the bay leaf rests in this spot, it connects to those layers and begins to amplify them. The energies we're talking about here, abundance, stability, and opportunity, can flow in or out depending on where you place that leaf. Put it in the wrong spot, and instead of attracting prosperity, it could soak up memories of scarcity, conflict, or loss, and spread that energy through the rest of your home. Here's the detail most people don't know, that power spot isn't fixed forever. It can shift subtly depending on the moon cycle, the season, and even the mood of the people living in the house. That's why it's important to feel for the right place each time you do the ritual, making sure it's in the right vibrational state to receive the bay leaf. The exact instant matters. It's not enough to know where to place it. There's a precise moment when the universe seems to breathe with your intention. Miss that instant, and the ritual's effectiveness can drop by more than 70%. You've already found the secret location. You've chosen the perfect leaf. But place it at the wrong time, and nothing happens. Worse, you could be wasting an entire year's worth of good luck. And here's the shocker. The right moment lasts less than 5 minutes a day. The golden window. For centuries, spiritual masters, monks, and village elders have sworn there's a golden window when the world seems to pause. Your home's energy opens, and your intention is absorbed like a sponge. That window happens before sunrise, when the sky is just starting to lighten, but the day hasn't begun. It's such a fragile moment that if you're distracted, it's gone before you even realize it. Why it works. At that hour, almost no one is sending out energy noise. Most people are still asleep. No car engines, no conversations, no buzzing appliances. The silence is so pure that even your thoughts feel sharper. It's like speaking to the universe in a place where only the two of you exist. What this means in practice. If you miss it today, you get another chance tomorrow. But if you keep missing it, you may have to wait weeks, even months, to feel the same impact, because the ritual weakens with careless repetition. This is where most people give up, and exactly where you can set yourself apart. Preparing for the moment. The ritual starts before you place the bay leaf. Wake up a few minutes before the golden window. Wash your face to snap into full presence. Hold the bay leaf against your chest as if it were a small talisman. Now comes the trick almost nobody does. Hold your breath for 7 seconds before placing the leaf. 7 seconds may seem short, but it's enough to create an inner stillness that connects with the outer silence. It's like the whole universe pauses with you. This pause is an invisible command that says, I'm ready to receive. Placing the leaf. Then place the bay leaf in your secret spot gently, as if you're fitting the last piece of a puzzle. Don't toss it, push it, or let it drop. The way you place it matters a lot. Here's a tip to boost its power even more. As you exhale after those 7 seconds, do it slowly, imagining you're blowing your intention into the leaf. This breath acts like an energetic seal, turning a simple physical act into something vibrational. Why the breath matters. Many cultures believe human breath carries more than oxygen. It carries fragments of your spirit, your story, and your desires. That's exactly what the bay leaf needs to work for you. The missing piece. Now you're about to reach the single most important step. Without it, everything you've done so far is just preparation. What's missing is the activator phrase, a specific set of words that seals the ritual and directs the energy to work in your favor. This isn't random, and it's not some cheap motivational quote. It's a pattern repeated for hundreds of years at key moments of prosperity. And it survived because it works. Why you can't change it. This phrase must be exact. Change even one word, and you can cut its effect in half. Like entering the wrong digit in the password. Nothing works until it's precise. In the next part, I'll reveal the phrase exactly as it's meant to be spoken, explain why it works, and show you how to repeat it in a way that triples the ritual's power. But be warned, when you hear it, you'll understand why it's never shared with just anyone. The invisible ingredient. Few people realize that in any prosperity ritual, there's an invisible ingredient, something that isn't in the object or the timing, but in what you do after the main act. Think of the bay leaf as an antenna. You still have to switch it on to make it transmit. That switch is a symbolic gesture that connects you to the natural cycle of abundance. Closing the circuit. This gesture is simple but rarely taught, a symbolic offering. I'm not talking about money, candles, or anything complicated. I mean giving something back to the energy you're asking to receive. It's what many traditions call closing the circuit. Imagine prosperity as a river. If you only take water and never give back, the flow dries up. But if you return something, the river keeps running, stronger every time. Here's how you do it. Right after placing the bay leaf in its secret spot, take a small handful of uncooked grains, rice, corn, or even dry lentils work, and quietly set them in a nearby corner. Not the same spot, but close enough to feel connected. These grains symbolize nourishment and continuity, two universal signs of abundance. The idea is simple. Through a physical gesture, you're showing you're ready to share what you wish to receive. Why it works, psychologically and energetically. From a more psychological point of view, this trains your mind to think like someone who already lives in abundance. By giving at the same moment you ask, you send a powerful message to your subconscious. I have enough to share. And your subconscious, ever obedient, begins shaping your decisions, habits, and opportunities to make that statement a reality. Here's the interesting twist. This offering should remain in place for exactly 3 days, not more, not less. In ancient traditions, 3 represents expansion, movement, and flow. On the 4th day, gather the grains, without throwing them away, and place them back into the earth, in a garden bed, a planter, or even the soil of a public park. In doing so, the energy you've received returns to the earth, closing the circuit. The last missing piece. By now you have almost all the elements: the perfect leaf, the secret location, the exact timing, and the hidden element. But without the activator phrase, it's still incomplete. In the next part, I'll reveal this exact sequence of words and explain why it works like a secret code to unlock the ritual's energy. The danger of doubt. You may have noticed how most people perform a ritual, feel a spark of motivation, and then, 2 or 3 days later, they start wondering, is it really working? That doubt is the biggest enemy of manifestation. It not only weakens your confidence, but also sends the universe a mixed message. I want this, but I'm not sure I deserve it. That's why ancient traditions always taught the importance of identifying and interpreting confirmation signs, subtle and sometimes not so subtle messages that say, the energy is in motion. Keep going. Ignoring these signs is like receiving a secret note and leaving it sealed in a drawer. The 3 signs to watch for. Sign 1. The positive unexpected. Within 72 hours of the ritual, something improbable should happen. I'm not talking about winning the lottery, but small, symbolic events. Finding a coin in the parking lot. Getting a text from someone you haven't heard from in years. Receiving an unexpected invite to an event, meeting, or opportunity. Seeing a stubborn problem suddenly resolve itself out of nowhere. The key is that size doesn't matter. The pattern does. The universe communicates through improbability. Little breaks in the routine, as if whispering, I'm moving the pieces. Sign 2. A shift in feeling. Some signs are internal. You might wake up with more energy, have vivid dreams, feel the air in your home is lighter, or notice that things which used to irritate you now slide right past. That's because the ritual doesn't only work outwardly, it begins by reorganizing your inner field. Modern psychology would call this a high receptivity state. Your mind and body align with your goal, making it easier to take the right actions and spot the right opportunities. Sign 3. The necessary clearing. This is the hardest to accept, but often the most powerful. Sometimes, before something new arrives, the energy has to clear space. This might show up as a contract not being renewed, an object breaking, a friendship or partnership ending, an unexpected expense that, in hindsight, clears the path for something better. Many people panic here, thinking the ritual went wrong. But in ancient wisdom, this is a sure sign the field is being prepared. Like renovating a home, before you paint and decorate, you have to remove what's worn out. Here's a little-known but incredibly effective way to keep your confidence high. Write the signs down, grab a notebook, or open the Notes app on your phone. And for the 7 days following the ritual, Record everything that feels even slightly out of your normal routine, no matter how small it seems. Example: Tuesday, found a shiny quarter on the sidewalk. Wednesday, dreamed of a golden door swinging open. Thursday, meeting got canceled, and in that exact time slot, I got a call about a new opportunity. Why this matters so much? This habit has two powerful effects: psychological reinforcement. Every note strengthens your belief that the ritual is working, keeping your energy steady and focused. Process acceleration. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Noticing the signs fuels the momentum. The right way to respond to a sign. Spotting a sign is only half the job. The other half is how you respond. Every time you notice one, acknowledge it in your mind. I see it. Thank you. Smile. Even if you have to fake it, that instantly shifts your emotional state. Carry on as if it's the most natural thing in the world. This last step is the tricky one. Don't rush to do more or tweak the ritual. Too much urgency is like digging up a seed to see if it's sprouting. The final sign, the perfect alignment. Sometimes, within those 7 days, things line up in a way that feels almost cinematic. The exact person you needed to talk to shows up by chance. Money arrives at precisely the right moment. A project you thought was dead comes back to life. When that happens, it's a clear sign the ritual didn't just work. It worked fast. At this point, your only job is to keep your mind open and say yes to opportunities, even if they don't arrive in the exact form you expected. Why this changes everything? When you learn to spot these signs, the ritual stops being a one-time act. It becomes an ongoing conversation with the energy of prosperity. It's like playing a game and slowly realizing the rules are being revealed to you one by one. And now, with this added layer of awareness, the activator phrase you're about to learn won't just be words. It will be the final command that calls everything already in motion straight to you. If you pay close attention, it might even work faster than you imagine. You already have all the pieces: the perfect leaf, the secret location, the exact timing, the hidden element that closes the cycle, the knowledge of confirmation signs. But right now, all of that is just a prepared structure. What's missing is the key that turns the lock, the element that turns each step into a crystal clear instruction to the universe. The activator phrase. Where most people go wrong. Here's the plot twist. Most people get this part completely wrong. They improvise pretty words, make up motivational quotes, or copy something they saw online. The problem? Those phrases don't carry an energetic signature. Without that signature, the universe doesn't know exactly what you're asking for, and your intention gets lost in the noise. Why this one works? The phrase you're about to learn isn't new. It's been spoken for centuries in prosperity rituals that have crossed cultures and continents, used by Phoenician merchants before long trade journeys, by Mediterranean families who thrived even in wartime, and by monks who, though living simply, always had enough. It works because it combines three essential elements. Present tense declaration tells your subconscious that what you desire is already happening. Not "I want" or I will have, but I have. An invitation to abundance. It doesn't beg. It welcomes. It's the energy of knowing it's on its way and being ready to receive. Memorable simplicity. The easier it is to remember and repeat in the right emotional state, the more powerful it becomes. The magic is in the focus, not in the word count. The phrase is, wealth finds me. Abundance embraces me. Simple? Yes, but deeply strategic. How to speak it to activate the energy. Hold the bay leaf in your left hand, palm facing down over it, feeling its rough texture. Close your eyes and picture the clearest, most vivid scene you can of yourself receiving exactly what you desire. A thick envelope in your hands, a phone call delivering life-changing news, a door swinging open to a brand new opportunity. The more details you add, colors, scents, sounds, the stronger the activation. Your brain can't tell the difference between reality and a vividly imagined scene when emotion is attached. Repeat the phrase 3 times. The first time, just say it. The second time, feel it. The third time, declare it as an absolute certainty. Between each repetition, take a deep breath in and exhale slowly, as if sending that energy through every corner of your home. Picture each word as a golden wave flowing from your mouth and filling the entire space around you. The secret of the final silence. After the third repetition, say nothing else. Don't rush to ask for more or try to reinforce it. Stay silent for a few seconds. That silence is like the period at the end of a sentence. Without it, the message isn't delivered clearly. Think of it like this. When you hand over an important letter at the post office, you don't keep explaining the contents to the clerk. You trust it will be delivered to its destination. This quiet moment is your trust. It's you saying, I've done my part. Now the universe does its part. The protection period. 7 days of guarding the energy. Once you've activated the phrase, the bay leaf becomes a charged object. Do not touch it for 7 days. 7 isn't random. It represents a complete manifestation cycle used in many traditions to close energetic processes. During these 7 days, avoid discussing the ritual in detail with skeptical or negative people. They don't have to intentionally break your work. Sometimes a single doubtful remark can chip away at your confidence. If you feel tempted to check whether it's working, remember, digging up a seed too soon kills the plant. The bay leaf needs time to work quietly. Closing the ritual. On the 7th day, go to where you placed the bay leaf. Before touching it, say thank you, even if you haven't seen results yet. That gratitude anticipates the harvest and shows you're aligned with prosperity. It's like signing a contract with confidence. You can then choose to renew the ritual, replacing the bay leaf and repeating the process, or end it, returning the leaf to the earth, a garden, a potted plant, or even a park, as a symbol of thanks. The final boost. Public declaration. Now that you know the phrase, there's one last action that multiplies its power. Say it publicly. Yes, this builds engagement, but it's also a powerful psychological and energetic reinforcement. When you write or tell others, "Wealth finds me," you're repeating it outside the ritual context, keeping the flow active. So here's the challenge. Comment exactly this phrase, "Wealth finds me." Don't change it. Don't add anything. Just repeat it. The more people say it, the stronger the collective field of this intention becomes. In the next video, I'll reveal the 3 mistakes that completely block the power of the bay leaf. One of them is so common that you've probably done it, and it could be sabotaging your results without you even realizing it. Don't miss it. Missing this knowledge might mean waiting another year for your next chance to perform the ritual at full strength.